Clay Smith is in our Storm Alert Weather Center tracking the very latest. Hey, Clay.
Hey, Michelle. Yeah, it's a Storm Alert weather day. We're tracking a wall of rain now moving into the Tennessee Valley. So if you haven't been outside yet today, just know it's starting to come down pretty heavily in spots. Dunlap, Pikeville, Chattanooga. And again, this is all kind of shifting off to the east. And you can see that plume of heavy rain continuing to come in out of northeast Alabama. So we're just getting this thing started. We have plenty of rain to come. Some areas along the Cumberland Plateau already pushing close to an inch. I'm talking Spring City up towards Pikeville, Cagle, Dunlap. You can see those yellows and reds. That's where we're getting some really heavy rain. Steady rain into Chattanooga. A little bit of a break from Cleveland to Athens, but that's going to fill in nicely here within the next 30 to 40 minutes. Also, North Georgia, you're getting a good dumping of rain. Blue Ridge back towards Murray County, and look at all that heavy stuff coming in from Scottsboro up 72 towards Bridgeport. So yeah, we're seeing some rain. There's going to be a lot of ponding on the road, so give yourself a little extra time out there. Here's a look at your future scan. This takes the current radar, puts it about 2 hours into the future. Look at all that heavy stuff across North Georgia. That's where we could really see some rain stacking up through the early afternoon, back towards western North Carolina and places like Murphy, over towards Clay County, Hayesville. So again, a lot of rain to come. We're just getting started, and you can see those low clouds. Just a dreary day out there. Rain starting to come in as we look to the north over downtown Chattanooga. Hey, Scottsboro, you're not getting left out. Well, there are some brave souls still out there on the lake. I'm imagining they're getting soaked out there because it's coming down pretty good off of Lake Gunnersville. So let's track it all out. This is our latest in-house model, just putting that heavy stuff into the Tennessee Valley pretty much all day long. Now, some of our areas back towards the northwest could get a bit of a break. Grundy, Marion, maybe even parts of Jackson County. We're going to have a pretty sharp cutoff as we head into the afternoon from Middle Tennessee, seeing light showers, to us here in the Tennessee Valley seeing some pretty heavy stuff. As we get into the evening, if you have any plans out, going home from work, still going to be raining pretty good out there. We may get a few breaks later on, and then overnight there's going to be a secondary low come through. That's going to provide us with even more rain through a Saturday morning, and as you wake up tomorrow morning, likely going to be one last burst of heavy rain, maybe even some gusty winds, and by 10, 11 o'clock, this is going to start to push to the east, and the rest of the day, we're finally going to start to clear out a little bit. So again, here's a look at our latest in-house model, picking up 2 to 4 inches of rain on average, with some areas, especially down towards North Georgia, maybe pushing upwards of 5 inches, and when we start to get into that 3, 4, 5 inch rain, that's where we could start to see some of those flash flooding concerns, especially later today as we get a lot of that runoff. So we'll watch that pretty closely, and of course, we are under a flood watch area-wide until tomorrow evening. Now, here's the good news. The severe threat much lower than it was yesterday. Just a marginal risk for parts of Jackson and DeKalb counties. Tornado threat has shifted into North Alabama, and to be honest with you, I think any tornado potential is going to be much closer to the Gulf Coast, where you get into the warm sector of this system. And then tomorrow, as this rain's moving out, we do have a marginal risk from Chattanooga eastbound, so can't rule out some gusty winds as that last little batch pushes through early tomorrow morning. So rest of the day, periods of heavy rain, a little bit breezy at times. Temperature is going to hold steady in the 60s. Tonight, dropping down into the upper 50s. I think tonight's really when we could see some of that localized flooding. So just be mindful of that. Have a way to receive those alerts. Rain gradually tapers off tomorrow, and then as we move into early next week, we dry back out with cooler temperatures arriving by Sunday. Michelle?
All right, Clay, thank you.